everyone, this is Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I thought it would be fun to share with you my 2013 album that I finally have all the layouts done, with the exception of a couple, but I'll get to that as I go through it. So please forgive me, as it's very hard to film big albums without taking them out of the page protectors, and I'm sure, as everyone knows, that's hard to do as well. So bear with me, but I'll share with you what I've done. So this first layout was just simply to talk about how excited I was about taking selfies. I took a lot of selfies, of course I still do, and I think a lot of people do. So I wanted to use that title that has been seen a lot of places that says, "But first, let me take a selfie." That's really what this whole layout was about, to just kind of document that I fell into the craze and I love to do it. Of course, used some tissue paper and some washi tape, and then did the bordering effect that I love so much. The next one here is documenting the 4 dates that I went on with Sean and how we fell in love with just doing 4 dates. Kind of a fun thing. And I just took the pictures from the dates, and then I stole this photo from, I didn't steal it, but I took it from Google image, because I didn't take a picture of this date. So a lot of fun. I have some hidden journaling up here, and then just a bunch of little bits of embellishments by each photo. I did this layout to document my thoughts and feelings about the Boston bombing that happened back in 2013. And I just did some simple embellishments because I really wanted to just kind of document my feelings about it and be kind of simple, but yet make sure that it was still in my album. I then have this layout that's about my sister, and she was pregnant at the time. She wasn't this pregnant, but I just wanted to document that she was pregnant and how exciting I was that she got to be a mom again, and she's having a girl. So really exciting, and I just wanted to do that. I used a whole bunch of wood veneer, some sequins. I did this layout when I first got a kit from, I think it was Citrus Twist, and I did it one way, and I did it a whole 12 by 12, and I didn't like that, so I trimmed it down to an 8.5 by 11 because the photo was only this big, so I didn't need to take up a whole 12 by 12, and I like this a lot better. This was just a simple fun layout just to document that I'm enjoying my life. This was right around the time when Sean and I were still in our early stages of dating, so of course everything's new and exciting, and I wanted to document that with just a simple layout. And then these 2 layouts document our first couple dates. So this layout in the white, and then it kind of breaks down each date a little more. So this one's talking about when we went to the Tulip Festival. It was a lot of fun. I took some pictures, and I did the half pattern paper thing here, and then used some wood veneer. I used some washi tape over the wood veneer. I thought that was kind of neat. And then this layout is when we went to the Capilano Suspension Bridge, and that was a lot of fun as well. And I just used a bunch, like this was a piece of pattern paper in a kit that came, and then I kind of cut out my own pattern paper to personalize it a little bit, and then used a bunch of little bit of embellishments for it. I like that layout. You then go into documenting some photos of, this is my grandma and this is my grandpa. My grandpa's no longer with us, so this is a really neat photo. I think this might be the last photo I have with him in decent health. So kind of a very precious memory, and this is just documenting, however, how it was so nice that they moved down from Kelowna to the Lower Mainland so that they're nice and close to us now, and I wanted to document that. Again, the border, I did some stitching. It's really fun. I used the Maggie Holmes Open Book Collection for that. I then have this layout, which again, I know you just saw those photos in my first layout, but I'm documenting that I got my hair cut. So this is my hair long, and this is what it would look like when I got it chopped off, and I really liked it, and I just wanted to document that I chopped my hair off because it was driving me nuts. And I do this, I let my hair get really long, and then I chop it off because it starts to bug me. And it's falling out of the page protector, so that's not good. I'll have to fix that. And then I have this fun layout talking about when I found out I was pregnant with Jackson and how exciting it was, and So like on this day, I didn't know my life was going to change forever and exciting. And I really love this layout. I used a bunch of the Amy Tan. Oh, what is this collection? I know everyone's probably screaming it, but it's a newerish collection that I used from her, and I love it. I think it's a happy, exciting layout, so I thought that was very fitting. And then I wanted to document my life in my apartment before I moved to Canada. So I kind of talked about that a little bit and how much I loved it, and living on my own was so much fun, and then meeting Sean and we, things changed and got to move. So that was really fun. And I had this little guy in my bathroom. This was the random cat that would come to visit me, and it was really funny. He came into my apartment one day and scared me. And then another photo from my washroom that I just really love to decorate. Okay, let's see, what else do I have here? So then I go into this layout, and it is talking about our new house and how we didn't decide, but the weekend we moved was the hottest weekend of the year. And of course we didn't do it on purpose, but that is how it works. And so I just did a little journaling that said, of course we would move on the hottest weekend of the year. And then this is just our outside little area looks like. So I love this layout. It's kind of fun, and it definitely documents the change. So that's fun. I then wanted to do a layout talking about pregnancy and my thoughts and feelings on how exciting it was, and that I knew I was having a boy months before I was even going to find out that it was a boy. And so I really wanted to document how I knew it, and I was right. So ha. And then I did this layout, and I stitched it so it would be together, because it's supposed to be a 2-pager. So I wanted to stitch it, and I really love that effect. I think it's really neat. And this is talking about turning 26 and just kind of all these photos taken at my grandma's house. So I like that one as well. We then have a layout talking about the new car we bought, because I wasn't allowed to bring my Jeep up into Canada. So we had to just sell my Jeep and buy a new car. Of course, we decided to be a little more economical, so we bought a Honda instead, and I love my car. Poor thing's gotten beat up, but I love it, and so I wanted to document it. And this is very, I call this my Hannah Lemieux layout, because it's very, I don't know, it makes me think of her every time I look at it. So I really love that layout as well. And then this one is talking about a fun day trip I went on with Sean. We went to just a cool little place in Burnaby. It's kind of like a historic place that you walk around little town within the city. So it was really fun, and I just used a bunch of fun things. Look at all these letters I got to use up, so that made me happy, because I only have just the random ones left, so I'm still trying to use those up. And I used a whip veneer, which also made me very happy, and some chipboard from the Valentine's Day collection from Crate Paper. I believe it was from this year's line. I can't remember, but it was the Kiss Kiss line, so I like that as well. And this is where you see the layout I didn't finish. So I'll start with this one. I created this layout talking about how I think it's hilarious that Sean plays a soccer game on his phone while he's watching soccer on TV. It, for some reason, cracks me up, and it's just very him. So I just wanted to kind of document that. I have journaling here. I also have hidden journaling here. I cut a little slice in my page protector so you can pull that out. And then I just made it very monochromatic, which I like a lot. And then this is the one area I haven't done yet. I'm having a hard time deciding how to scrap it, so I'm leaving it until it comes to me. I feel like that's fine. I have it in a page protector. The photos are here, so if I want to look at the photos, they're there. But scrapping wise, I can do them when I'm ready, and I'm just not ready to do them yet. So that's the one thing that's blank. I have, of course, documented this layout, just talking about how excited I was that she finally got to have her day. And this time, this friend of mine she was married right out of high school, and unfortunately it wasn't the right choice, and so they did end up getting divorced, and she found the man of her dreams who is the perfect match for her, and now is happily married, and it's just such a great thing. So I wanted to document that. And so I just wanted to kind of talk about that. I love this. I love to document just how happy I am for her. And she's just so adorable, so I just love it. And I have a layout talking about my nephews becoming a big brother. He was already the big brother, but now Tristan's a big brother to little Kira, and how exciting that was. And this was the first layout I ever did for the Lifted series that I do with Jen Stokes. So this was really fun to have something to document my nephews being big brothers. And I used a lot of pink because she's a girl, so I wanted to do it that way. And then of course this sweet layout about my niece Kira. I got a lot of compliments on this layout when I posted it online. I just cut all of these and did some stitching, and it was a very long, tedious process, but in the end I'm very, very happy with the results. So there's that, and just this couple photos I took of her. That was to document her birth for me. I then have another layout about photos of myself, but what it is I have some hidden journaling just talking about how incredibly happy I am and how just life is just, it's crazy how fast life changes, and how it'll be fun to see in 10 years how I'll think differently already. Of it's just talking about that, like the process of life, and how in one stage you think you're really happy, but then in the next stage you're even happier, and just wanted to talk about that. And then this fun layout, I do love this one. I titled it My Bump, My Lovely Baby Bump. And so just talking about how I had gestational diabetes, but for the most part I had a pretty smooth pregnancy. So I just kind of wanted to document that and get it on a layout. And this was, I believe, another layout for a Lifted series. One more layout that I haven't gotten done, I have the pattern paper for it, but I just haven't gotten it, and I don't make myself do a layout just to finish an album, so when I'm ready to do it, I will. I have this little tiny layout of my niece. I just was trying to play around one day and that's what came up, so I have that there. And then this is documenting our first holidays together. So this was American Thanksgiving, this was Christmas Day, and this was New Year's Eve. So I just wanted to document that. I love the way this turned out as well. I want to do another layout like this. I really loved using the Project Life cards like that. And then on to some Christmas layouts. So again, my sweet niece, and how cute she was at Christmas. She was, well, she was born in September, so October, November, December, 3 months old at the time. So that's the perfect age for Christmas photos, don't you think? And I really love that. And then I have this one to document just some random photos I took during the year. Can of pop. We went to the Vancouver Christmas market. That was a lot of fun. And then just a picture of, I have a little, floral thing on my table every Christmas that I really love. And then I used some sparkly stuff. And then documenting my bump some more, and just the changes as I was growing, and every month it changed and got more and more pregnant. I was very pregnant out front. It was he was a big boy. Yeah, I had a big baby, that's for sure. So I just wanted to document that. This is to document our Christmas and our first Christmas together. I loved using these little snowmen. They're so cute. And I kind of just used all my little bits of favorite things on this layout because I love it. It's not the best picture ever. Jackson was born in January, so I'm like 8.5 months pregnant here, right? So quite pregnant, but I love it. And then I have another layout here talking about our holidays. This actually, when I cut the slit, I just haven't yet, opens up and there's another photo of us and then a little bit of journaling about our first holidays together. And I love this photo. It was taken during our photo shoot for our pregnancy photos as well, maternity photos. And then I have this layout talking about how I actually don't, Christmas isn't my favorite holiday. It's, well, it used to be American Thanksgiving, but I still love to decorate for it. So I'm just kind of talking about decorating for Christmas and my thoughts and feelings on that. And then a huge journaling layout talking about my sister and I being pregnant at the same time, and just my thoughts on that. So I created this layout. This is one of the very first layouts I created in 2015. So I like that though. I have this one to document this little fox that is Jackson's soother, and he takes it everywhere with him, and I just kind of wrote a letter to the fox is how I did my journaling there. And then I just kind of did it in a banner area, a little bit of embellishment up here. I got to use a fox sticker, so that's always exciting. And yeah, I like this one a lot as well. It definitely highlights what I wanted it to highlight, and it suited my needs just fine. And this one also needs to be stitched together. I just haven't yet. And it is talking about New Year's Eve. And I used this off of Nicole McMacken. I was doing a few of her layouts. I was scrap lifting from her, and this is a scrap lift from her from a scrap lift. So there you go. And I just kind of talked about what we did. And then the last layout just says, my heart is full, and they're just random photos of me and Sean, although I had to chop him off because he's so tall. But just photos of us and being pregnant. So our little boy's on the way. And that wraps up my 2013 album. So I hope you enjoyed it. I am nowhere near done with my 2014. I scrap around. I kind of decide what I want to do, and that's how I scrap it. So I literally just finished 2013 this month, and it's December. So, you know, that's how I like to do it. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it inspires you or makes you want to finish an album. If you do, I love album shares, so go ahead and share your albums too. I know everyone loves to watch them. But other than that, I hope everyone has a great start to their 2016, and I will be back soon. Bye!